Welcome again to another episode of Video Store Memoirs. I'm your host, Kevin Salina, here again to talk to you about more movies. That's what I do, that's why I'm here. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the latest addition to the, thriller series, horror series. I'm not really sure where you put this. Needless to say, I'm here to talk to you about A Quiet Place, Day 1. Like always, our friends at IMDb describes this movie as follows. A young woman named Sam finds herself trapped in New York City during the early stages of an invasion by alien creatures with ultra-sensitive hearing. Well, as you can see, just by the premise, this is a prequel, and also by the title, you can tell this is a prequel of the same established movie series by John Krasinski. He did not direct this one. This one was directed by Michael Sorensky. And it stars Lupita Nyong'o, and Joseph Quinn, and Alex Wolff, and Djimon Hounsou. So, initial thoughts on this movie right out the gate. The idea of seeing a movie that showed how this whole mayhem having to do with the universe of A Quiet Place started really did intrigue me at first. I wanted to see what exactly happened that caused the state of events of the world that we came into. I think it was like 40, maybe 40 days later. I can't remember where it says in the beginning of the first movie, but either way, I was very interested in seeing this movie and seeing how everything came about. That being said, this movie didn't hit me the way I thought it was going to. I came away from this film with the feeling of less would have been more. There was something about the first two movies in the series where the intrigue, the suspense, the horror part of this series was mainly of the unknown or more of the unseen as it pertains to these alien creatures. I mean, you do see them occasionally, but it was very sporadic and very fast glimpses. There was only maybe at the very end of these films where you got really solid looks at these creatures. When the movie starts out, you're literally dropped in the day of these aliens crashing in, and as the film progressed, to me it just felt like a little bit too much of seeing it and a lot of seeing it, and in my opinion, I didn't really feel that you needed to see this much of the aliens, especially without any real backup. They're here, that's it. It comes to me right now. Okay. The first movies happened, it's like 470 odd days after the invasion. Sorry, I just wanted to get that out of the way. But in the same, also, the character Sam kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, her premise is that she is a person dealing with in hospice care as a cancer patient, and the shit hits the fan and she's has to struggle. Instead of being where she could have been safe, she's stuck dead in the middle of the city where everything is going complete chaos, and she has to figure out a way to get herself and her cat, that's a whole nother story, where they need to go. Full spoilers for the people who are going to see this movie. I think the main thing that bugged me about this movie is there was a point in here where you get the idea of exactly what her mindset is with where she wants to go. She wants to go back to Harlem. She keeps talking about going back there and talking about her father. And in the way it's described, it loses its momentum and it loses its true feeling, because instead of being a search or a journey to get back to a place that she wants to see before she dies, because in the way her illness is deteriorating, like she is basically on death's doorstep, and she's just going along until it's her time. It goes from wanting to see where she grew up, places she'd been with her father or her mother. It just turns into a quest for pizza. And I mean that in the most literal sense. I literally sat there, and it just when that's the message that was portrayed across to me. I know that's not probably what they were going through. They were probably going for the latter part that I just said, talking about her connection to her family and her past, where she grew up, and everything that led her up to this point so far. But it basically, she just kept hemming and hawing about pizza, talking about she needs to go to this place, she needs to go to Harlem, and then being the world is deteriorating, though everything is falling apart, buildings are collapsing, aliens are killing anything in sight or that makes a sound, I should say, and she's just bound and determined to go get a slice. I don't know. It fell really bad on me. I walked out of the theater feeling unsatisfied with the way the story led us to its ending. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. If you're out there and you listen to this and you have an opinion on how you felt about the movie, please, I implore you, reach out to us, Video Store Memoirs, and let me know your thoughts on the movie A Quiet Place. But for me, this movie was so-so, and compared to the grand scheme of the original and the first sequel. My personal opinion, I give it 2 clamshells, and it's out in the theaters right now. I think it'll be available on Paramount Plus within the next month. So anyone out there, you want to take a chance and take a look at this, see what you think, see if you can agree with me. If you disagree, so be it. This is the whole idea about opinions and reviews. I would love to hear from every single one of you. Like I said, Video Store Memoirs, come to us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. You can hit us up on Facebook as well. But that is my thoughts on the movie A Quiet Place. Thank you as always for checking in with us, listening to the podcast. Anywhere you catch us and you take the time, I am so appreciative, and so is my partner Jana. We got plenty more coming your way, but for now, thank you so much again for checking in with us and listening to my voice on all things movies. You guys have a good one. Enjoy the movie.